RDTDaily.com presents a Tarabuster with comedian Tara Devlin.
All right, what's up? What's up, everybody? Oh, I didn't check my settings. Okay, so looks okay. You guys will let me know how it sounds in a minute. My name is Tara Devlin. Thank you so much for hanging out. This is unapologetic liberal talk on the right side of history, decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. And we're going to need it. We will need that more and more as the time goes on in the next 2 years. Really, it's going to be a nightmare. And we were discussing it the other day. It just sucks having to, now it's going to take another 2 years, right? For us to get anywhere. We basically just hit a speed bump and nothing will happen for the next 2 years. The good thing is Joe Biden will be able to appoint a lot of judges, a lot of normal people as judges, but there'll be nothing to address this illegitimate, corrupt Supreme Court. There'll be nothing to expand on the progress we've made. There'll be no $35 insulin for everybody, right? Only what the Democrats were able to get through. $35 insulin for people on Medicaid and Medicare, but not for everybody, because Republicans have no plans. They have no ideas, and this is obviously more and more apparent every day as they announce their agenda in the House, which is it's the clown show. It's the Republican clown show in the House, and I suppose their plan for fighting inflation might be somewhere on Hunter Biden's laptop. By the way, that they're going to just go up Hunter Biden's ass, like, as if, who cares? He's a private citizen. And then I saw their press conference, and they were listing off a whole list of charges. Well, these are the things we're investigating him for: conspiracy to do this, tax evasion, conspiracy to fucking do the boogie woogie bugle boy, but from company B or whatever it was, and just conspiracy and this and that. But that sounds, the thing that got on my nerves was, besides everything else, is that it's the you could just list charges, indict him, then take it to court. I'm gonna investigate let's say I'll investigate perjury trader Green for her conspiracy against the United States. It sounds really official. It sounds really scary, but take it to court, take it to a grand jury, and then list the charges. You know what I mean? This is how they do it, though, because they know that they're full of shit. They know that they have nothing, and it's a fraud. Everything is a fraud, and they have no plans. They have no ideas to save America or help America. They have no ideas to help the people they pretend to represent. And nothing is more apparent than that, than the fact that, what's his name? Madison Cawthorn. He just, he lost his seat, right? He lost his primary. But he's still the representative until he's, that's General Order Number 1. I will not abandon my post unless properly relieved. But that's not the way Republicans roll. And Madison Cawthorn, he just bugged out. He just effed off. There's no constituent services. You call his office, no one's there. But this is who they are. He bought a home in Florida and bugged off, just like how Ted Cruz, in the middle of a crisis, effed off to Cancun until he was caught, right? All right, I know I'm just diving right in, but I have to do some of the plugs in the beginning so people know what we're talking about. This is unapologetic liberal talk on the right side of history, decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. And we stick together, we win. So do me a favor if you can, become a patron at patreon.com/Taradevil, and that will keep the show going and growing. And we meet here on Friday nights at the Tarabuster YouTube channel primarily, but other places where the YouTube channel is youtube.com/C for channel/Tarabuster. And we're on rockfin.com. You could sign up for a free account, and also you could also sign up for their premium content as well. And there's some interesting characters on there, and I'm proud to be one of them. We are on APS Radio News, a new network new for us, I should say, new for Tarabuster. And I'm really happy that we're being, hosted by APS Radio News. So check it out and tell them Tara sent you. Uh-oh, I hear Tara Jr. behind me. He's coughing. I got to take him I don't know what's going on with him. He's got allergies, but I think he's got hairballs, right? They did a while ago when he was sick. They did a scan of his stomach, and they mentioned that he had an exorbitant amount of hair in his digestive tract. So I don't know. He's been coughing, so coughing up some hairballs. All right, yes, but he's behind us. The producer is behind us. And let me see. So we hang out in the chat room at youtube.com/C for channel/Tarabuster. And I want to say one thing. Happy birthday, Jonathan, in the chat. Happy birthday to you. I'm like Marilyn Monroe to the Tarabuster community. Happy birthday, dear Jonathan. See, I changed it up a little. Because I don't want to pay a copyright fee. Because you really can't sing the happy birthday song. Do you realize that? That's why if you ever watch a movie and they're saying, happy birthday, whatever, they have some weird happy birthday songs because they don't want to pay for the happy birthday song. You have to pay. You realize that? Happy birthday, dear Jonathan. I just made that song up. Happy birthday. Thank you for being born, Jonathan. Thank you. It has led you to this point where you're in the amazing Tarabuster chat room. And I'm really glad to know you. Thank you so much for being a part of the Tarabuster community. And keep it up. Keep up the good work. Because we need everybody. We're in this together. We stick together, we win. And I just have to thank you again. Thank you for being born. And today's your day. Everybody say happy birthday to Jonathan in the chat. All right. And thank you, Jim, for your super chat. Thank you so much right out of the gate. And thank you, Richard W. Another great show, Tara. Thank you so much, Richard. I really can't do it without you all. So once is a little petromalt will fix it? Okay. What is that? Can I buy that over the counter? I guess so, right? I got to do that. He might be, having. I don't want him struggling. He's not a spring chicken. The producer. He's my buddy. I can't even think about I can't think about. Let's not think about it. But yes, I will buy that. What is it? I'm going to write it down. Petrol malt. I'm just writing it down in my sticky notes on the computer. See, this is a community, a real effing community. Petramalt for hairballs. Yes, Vet should have it. Okay, I'll check it out. Thank you so much, guys. All right, what was I talking about? So, yes, Madison Cawthorn. I mean, it just a case in point. I say it all the time. I wish I was wrong, though. I say that Republicans, they don't get into government for altruism. They're not, it's all about power to them. Hold on a second. We'll be right back. This is Tara Devlin. All right. So Madison Cawthorn lost his seat, and he has, according to Salon and other places, they reported, he's apparently vacated his offices, and his constituents' calls go unanswered. But that's nothing new, because his constituent calls went unanswered when he was pretending to represent the people of his district. Now, who votes for these people? All right. This is what is so depressing to me. Why would you do that? How much do you hate yourself? I mean, to vote for somebody who is clearly a huckster. They fall for it, though. They fall for the grift all the time. I suppose this is how it is, obviously we live in a world, a lot of people aren't that smart. Right? But these Republicans, to me, are so transparent. Like, I don't know if you saw this. This was on Twitter today, which is obviously in keeping with one of my other hypotheses, or is it a hypothesis or an assertion that Republicans destroy everything they touch? Twitter is not going to be long for the world, probably. I don't know. Here's the thing. So a lot of people are leaving Twitter, the employees, and because they're not hardcore or something. And it's just such an asshole. They're such assholes, Republicans, right? What a worthless billionaire this person is. This Elon Musk man-child. Who let's not forget, he bought Twitter in response to an anti-trans tweet that he was he was upset. He didn't like that it was taken down. So I mean, everything that he stands for sucks, basically. So on Twitter, there's a lot of the former employees are saying that there's no one minding the store, basically, and if anything happens, there's nobody there to fix it. So there's only a matter of time before it starts, devolving. But on Twitter, the right wingers are like, see. All of these woke employees left. Good riddance. And Twitter's still functioning. Here it is. Here I am on Twitter tweeting. And but it really does sum up the Republican way, because they destroy everything they touch, but it's not a light switch. It's like when they let the assault weapons ban expire. It's not like the next day there were school shootings every other day or every day, right? It's not like it doesn't happen like that. When they go after Socialist Security and Medicaid and Medicare, and they cut social programs, it's not like it's immediately evident. And it only starts crumbling, over time. And then the people are like, hey, what happened? But this is exactly another example. because it's not going to just immediately crumble. But once it starts, it's, it will be evident. But anyway, I just thought about that when I was watching these right-wingers say, see, Elon Musk is a genius. They were saying he's such a genius because he got rid of all the woke employees that were there to, I don't know, not like when you say the N-word, and this is what they got. They got nothing. Hold on. So on Twitter, I saw this clip of Herschel Walker.
Keep the faith.
Did you see this? First of all, this is at one of his, I guess, rallies for his supporters ahead of it says there on the lower third, for the Georgia Senate runoff. So he has a gathering of, I don't know who his supporters are, but they should be ashamed of themselves. And here, let's listen in.
You ever watch a stupid movie late at night hoping it's going to get better, don't get better, but you keep watching it anyway? Because the other night I was watching this movie. Called Freak Night, or some type of night, but it was about vampires. I don't know if you know vampires are cool people, are they not? But I'm going to tell you something that I found out. A werewolf can kill a vampire. Did you know that? I never knew that, so I didn't want to be a vampire anymore. I wanted to be a werewolf. But then anyway, as I'm watching this movie, and then you can tell how stupid it is because it's 1 a.m. So I'm watching my TV, these kids watching their TV, a vampire kill on their TV. So you know it's kind of stupid, but I'm still watching though. As I'm watching this show, what was funny, these kids had a vampire in their attic at their house. So they was watching their TV. Now I'm watching my TV, as they watching their TV, they see the vampire killer on their TV. So they win this contest to bring this actor. Now, y'all got to stay with me. Bring this actor who's a vampire killer from that TV to get rid of this real-life vampire in their attic. So as this actor comes to their home, he got all the right stuff.
What
he got all the right stuff because you got to have a stake and got to have a thing to kill him in the heart. And he got a necklace of garlic because that worked. I don't know what it does, but it worked. You got to have a cross because it burns. I know that worked.
What?
And then all of a sudden, this is what was so funny about it. As they're walking through the house, this guy's got the holy water. He's blessing the house, this actor. Now, he's all fake. He's blessing the house with his holy water. They walked upstairs, and this vampire looking real good in this black suit. Whoa, that sounds like Senator Warnock, doesn't it? Looking all good in this black suit. Floated from the ceiling. He floated from the ceiling looking good and cool. And I'm thinking, whoa, they better get out of that house. If somebody float from your ceiling, get out of that house. That's not your house. But as he floated from the ceiling, the kids jumped behind their hero. As they jumped behind their hero, the guy jumped in front of him with this holy water, threw it on the vampire's forehead. He covered his eye. Then he took his hand away. He started laughing. And he said, that don't work. He took the cross, he put it on the vampire's forehead. And the vampire didn't even do anything. He said, that don't work. And that's the way it is in our life. It doesn't work unless you got faith. It is time for us to have faith. We got to have faith in our fellow brother. We got to have faith in this country. We got to have faith in the elected officials. And right now, that's the reason I'm here. Because
what?
God.
Do you see? Who is voting for him? Who will vote for this person? And a lot of people are. We're in a runoff now. It's unbelievable. Winston on the chat says he thought he was watching a documentary. Can you picture him on the House floor arguing for funding for vampire defense programs? Exactly. But that's what I was thinking when I was watching this, that imagining him on the House floor during debate, making an ass out of himself, as they do, as Republicans do. But, and I thought, how long until Republicans just run a generic cutout of a person? Don't even run a person. Just run, an empty, I don't know, just run a fucking robot or something. Run a meme. Run a placeholder, because it doesn't matter. Obviously, candidate quality doesn't matter. Yes, white racist Georgians will vote for him, Jim says on the chat. That's it. And his candidacy is an insult. It really is. It's an insult to decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. Hold on, we'll be right back. Yes, Errol in the chat. Making him their token Afro-American. That's what it is. That's why it's him. It's a race. He's racist. I mean, the whole thing is a racist ploy. Oh, they got a guy with darker pigment. Here's our guy with darker pigment. Doesn't matter if he's qualified or not. That's how cynical Republicans are. They're not in it to govern. It's the same thing they did with Sarah Palin, frankly. You know, she checked off all the boxes, but obviously, I mean, he's on par with her as far as being an ignoramus. That's for sure. She was a little more polished and could pull herself together, I guess. I guess he could too, in a way, when he had his debate. I didn't think he did as well. They downplayed it so much that their expectations were low. But I don't understand how anybody votes for these people, because it is indicative of the fact that Republicans are they hate you. You know, they hate the American people. Because you wouldn't do this to people you respect. You wouldn't just be like, yeah, throw Herschel in there. He's got darker pigment. They know him. He's a football star. That's all that matters, these fucking rubes. They don't, because we all know, between all of us here in the inner sanctum, we all know we're not going to do a goddamn thing for these people. We just need a warm body in here to tick the right boxes. That's all. That's why they've even said things like that over the years. I remember, who was it that was telling them? I think it was Grover Norquist that was advising them that they didn't really need anybody qualified. They just needed somebody that could sign their fascist legislations as far as a presidential candidate. And well, they got that with the con man, that's for sure. What did he do? He sat in the private residence during his executive time watching television. That's all. It's like Madison Cawthorn, comms. When he went into office, he said the majority of his budget is spent on comms. It should be cons. And now, you know, I don't know if the latest, we were talking about this the other day about Lauren Boebert. Lauren Boebert, her race is headed for a recount because she's only up by like 500 votes. And there's still more votes. I think there's one more county that's coming in. Come on, 500 votes. But she's another one who votes for this fucking person. Who votes for her? What did she, all the things she's doing, like, for example, using her campaign money to pay her utility bills, things like that, right? She, on top of being entirely unfit and also just being a horrible person who can't even get along with her own neighbors, right? You can't get along with your neighbors and you want to be the representative. And Frisch, her opponent, is 100% right that it's all angertainment. That's all she's got. You know, these two, her and perjury trader Green, heckling the president of the United States during the State of the Union. I mean, acting like two baboons, right? Two morons, jumping up on their chairs, disgracing the chamber with their antics. I mean, if you're a Republican, you vote for that. I would. If I would be, yeah, I live in the district of AOC, as people, some who watch the show know. She's my representative, but could you imagine? Could you ever imagine AOC and the squad, right? They vilify and demonize the squad. Could you ever imagine them jumping up on the chairs in the House chamber, screaming, yelling, heckling the President of the United States? Could you, even if it was the con man who received fewer votes? They would never do it. And I would be ashamed because Democrats wouldn't stand for it. That's the thing. Show me an example, a comparable example of Democrats behaving like that. You know, there's consequences for behavior, but not for Republicans. Being a Republican means never saying you're sorry. It really is. That's the Republican motto. Wait, hold on. Lauren Boebert. What else did she do? I had a list, and now it's escaping me. Lauren Boebert campaign. I mean, she also didn't report. It's all financial shit. She didn't report until it was. She had to report. I'm trying to remember the exact story. She didn't report certain. Hold on. Let me see. Report. Let me look this up. Campaign financial disclosure. Financial disclosure. Let's see. Yeah, she didn't report her husband's consulting income. Now, if and hopefully when she loses in the recount, how long do you think it'll be until Lauren Boebert's husband loses his phony baloney cushy job, $500,000 a year salary on an oil board, a board of an oil industry or whatever, something to do with oil? How long do you think? Of course, he's got no qualifications. Now, these are the same people that go after Hunter Biden and on the board of Burisma, as if it's only matters when the sons of powerful politicians have D's after their names, when they get when the doors open for these connected people in the halls of power. But it only matters when they're Democrats, of course. So, all right. Well, we have a guest tonight, Thomas Reynolds. People have been asking, where's Thomas? What is Thomas up to? I often wonder myself. Let me try to get him on the horn here through Skype. Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
I hear you, but I don't see you.
Let me fix that. Ah. Let's see.
And guys,
Can
you hear Thomas? People of Earth? Can you hear? Well, they'll let me know in a minute. Wait, let me put
I
this.
hope you can see me now.
I do see you.
Awesome. So,
You're looking yellow there.
You know.
You got a yellow light or something?
Yeah.
The whole room is yellow.
Yeah. Talcum powder, I guess. I don't know.
So what's happening, Thomas? Where you been?
A good news, bad news scenario for you. I have not been in the political arena because of some health issues and other stuff and trying to make money. But I started a website called accuratesmessage.com.
Okay.
And it's basically a combination of Twitter and Facebook. So if you merged both of those sites together, you get Accurate Message. The cool thing about the site is it's sponsored. So you as a subscriber sponsor the site. So once you subscribe starting Black Friday, you won't get any ads. so there will be no ads. You will also be able to do live streaming like you can on Facebook, unlimited. You'll be able to do chat via both like instant messaging via video, unlimited. No ads in your chat either. You'll also be able to do video conferencing like Zoom, all in the same place.
Well, I'm very confused. Huh?
So it's basically I'm doing a Main Street version of social media.
How the hell are you doing this? This is what I don't understand. It's very confusing to me. I don't get it.
I put some money into it, into a website, and most of my money.
Hey,
and,
wait, hold on. My camera went off for a second. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Oh, wait, hold on, Thomas. I hear the music. Hold on 1 second. We'll be right back talking to Thomas Reynolds. AccurateMessage.com. Hold on. All right, we're back. We're back talking to Thomas Reynolds, the formerly of FYI Nation and now AccurateMessage.com.
Yep. So basically, it's a Main Street version of Silicon Valley's Facebook or YouTube or anything. Think of it as a all-in-one place for you to do social media.
But what do you mean Main Street version?
Not a billionaire. You know me, Tara. I'm not a billionaire.
No, I know. That's why I'm confused. Because people who do this
I wanted a place. I wanted a place where non-millionaires could go and do business and sell advertising and not worry about algorithms and not worry about all the crap that you get with Facebook and YouTube, and a familiarity of those networks.
Okay.
But not exactly that. And that is what I built.
Why the hell not, right?
Well, I mean, Elon Musk, right? He bought I didn't spend $44 billion doing this.
Well, I hope not.
I'm not crazy.
Because then I'd be like, can I borrow $20? I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, no. It didn't cost a lot of money to build. It's under really good secure technology. We don't use algorithms or any of that crap. So you're never going to have a data analytica thing if you use our service. And frankly, I think it's needed. I think there are too many Facebook gone wrong issues. I think there are too many Twitter issues. I mean, look at what he just did, right? Following the media a little bit. He said, you're gonna work yourself to death here or go away.
I know.
I mean, what the fuck?
Well, he's a piece of shit. That's why. Yeah, you're fine.
I mean, that we don't have that attitude.
Work yourself. I mean, it's so offensive in general. You got to be hardcore. What is this hardcore shit? It's like, shut the fuck. But for what reason? He's like, see, that's the other thing. He's not giving he's not giving the whoever wants to stay any reason to stay. He's not sharing a vision of what we're trying to build. He's just saying you got to be hardcore. Well, hardcore for what? It's you need a goal. It's like, okay, if I was working at SpaceX and he was like, oh, we're gonna go hardcore to go to the moon. I mean, to go to Mars. Then you'd be like, okay, well, we have a goal. But to just say you're going hardcore to do nothing, to do whatever whim comes to his mind, and it's really erratic.
I've been working on this project to get it ready and live for over a year. And you know me, I'm one of these people who strives to do better things with things that are not working right. Like when I tried with FYI Nation. Unfortunately, that did not do as well as I thought. So I put all the rest of the money that I had into this project because, frankly, I see a need where people can come together and not be Trumpified. Like if you go to Truth Social, I mean, what the hell?
No, I know.
You know,
right?
And a social media space where you know that your data is not going to get sold.
Right.
I mean, there are other fine platforms out there that are doing this. Mandalorian is one, but you don't know the people who do that network. You know me, and I'm out there and have been out there in the liberal sphere for a while, and I think that we need, as liberals and LGBTQ friendly, I mean, what are we going to do? Go to TikTok where it's owned by China? I mean, to use a Trumpism, China, you know? And they don't, I mean, let's face it, the communist government in China is not exactly fond of Muslims, gay people, and all that stuff, but yet they try to make money off of you. How fair is that? At least go to a place where, I don't know, they actually see you as a human being. You know? And that's one of the things that I decided was needed.
And so I don't know. I have to sign up for it. I haven't signed up.
And you can sign up and use your Twitter or Facebook to sign up easily if you already have.
I'll use my, I don't know. Should I use my Facebook?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why would I sign up with this for using my Facebook?
Well, ease of use.
If this is supposed to be a different thing.
Honestly, Tara, to make it as easy as possible.
Okay.
Because someone, and I'm not saying this in a disparaging way, someone like you who is not as technologically motivated as I am, wants to just sign up. All they do is click on the Facebook link, and if they have Facebook already, they're there. They're in, or Twitter, and it's no fuss, no muss, and the data is, you add what you want, and you don't add information you don't want, and we're not here to collect it from you.
And okay, so it's, I mean, it's everything. It's a little confusing to me. How are you maintaining this?
We have our own servers through a company that we've been dealing with for 10 years. It's not Amazon, by the way. It's another small business. We've been dealing with them with our answering service that I run for over 10 years. And they provide us with the customer service and everything that we need to do to be able to run it. Because I, again, am not a billionaire. We have servers that run really well, so we could handle enough traffic if we grow really quickly, which I hope to do with Black Friday coming up. We have a marketplace, so you could, Tara, if you wanted to sell your merch right on the website, you could. And unlike Etsy, we don't charge 6%; we only charge 5%. So a little bit of a lesser charge.
Okay.
You can get paid
you
right
never
through
know.
the system. Everything is safe and secure, and because I'm a big believer. I mean, you know me. I'm a big believer in security and privacy, and I think it's something that is needed right now, and I think it sign of the times when Elon Musk can just buy Twitter for $44 billion and tell people what to go do with their time.
Oh, God.
I think that's the worst way to go in social media, because you look like an asshole. And,
yeah, he is an asshole,
look like
though.
an asshole other ways, but not that way.
Oh, he's just he's a big asshole. Yeah, he's a hard. I mean, that I was just thinking this too earlier about how what a time to be alive, to share this world with so many assholes, I mean, that have such a large platform. It's
and contempt for you,
right?
I mean, Donald Trump, who owns Truth Social, has contempt for you.
Oh yeah,
he just wants your money.
He's just a grifter.
And it's like, why give your time and money to Mark Zuckerberg, who doesn't give a rat's ass about you, because we've seen how he treats your data, and Elon Musk, and all these other people. Why do that at this point in time? And I think AccurateMessage.com is it's in the name. It's an accurate message of who you want to be and what you want to share, and it's a familiar platform, so you don't have to relearn everything too, as a nice side effect.
Oh, yeah. Well, I will. I'll sign up. I mean, I don't know. What the fuck? What do you got to lose?
Oh, and the cool thing, coming the next month, we're gonna, when you live stream any kind of event on our service, you will also be able to live stream directly to YouTube and Facebook. So,
like a restream.
Yes, like a restream. So you'll be able to add those to your stream and continue streaming through our service.
So wait a minute. So it's like Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Zoom, YouTube, and restream.
Yes. Yes.
That's a lot. That's a lot of fucking things to be like.
Well, you know what? Why not be the best?
Why not? Of course.
Be the best at everything, and not run by Donald Trump.
No, of course. Really nice that's always a good selling point. Of course. That's great. And I hope it's successful. That's for sure. Well, I could use a rich friend.
Rich or not, you'll always have me as a friend.
That's nice. You're very nice to say. You have very white teeth. I know those, they're new.
Yeah, well, you try.
You're putting my teeth to shame, so.
Well, it's better than yellow.
It's true.
Teeth. Or buck tooth, which is probably even worse. Right. But no, and what we're trying to do at accuratemessage.com is also make it a marketing mecca. So while you're not going to get maybe not marketed to death, but your information is not going to be shared.
Right.
So when you fill out a form or something on our site, you know that it's safe to fill out.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's not going to go to 50 other people.
Right. Wait, hold on a second, Thomas. Sure. The music is... We got the music. Hold on. We'll be right back with Thomas Reynolds from accuratemessage.com. All right, we're back. accuratemessage.com. Sign up, damn it. Go ahead.
And the other thing about us, too, is the great thing about us is that we keep it really simple. Because, you know me, like, I get really ADHD real quick. And I wanted something where even Donald Trump could use it.
Why do you keep saying him? His fucking name. Because even Donald Trump could use it. That's not a good. That's not the selling point.
I was not trying to say idiot, right? and because I don't believe people are idiots, but the way a lot of social media sites treat people, you would think that they think people are idiots. You know what I mean? And that is the opposite of my thinking, but I wanted to keep it simple and familiar because, like, let's face it, the latest Facebook update, I'm not exactly a fan of. You know?
I don't know. I haven't seen it really.
It to me is not user friendly.
And they're always fucking with it. So
yeah, and that's something if we do an upgrade, like we're doing, even as we speak, we're upgrading to the video conferences. We're going to give you an upgrade to something that you can use on a regular basis, and make money off of too. So you're not only going to see accuratemessage.com as something that where you can facilitate your message, like you being a progressive, or Ron Flacone, who actually suggested I do this originally. So you're gonna have useful tools that you'll want to stay on the platform for, without again
definitely. That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very interested. I will sign. So will I be able to stream this amazing greatest liberal talk show in American history?
You could anything that is not adult, you can stream on our site. I would even take the other side, because we believe in free speech. But obviously, if you're going to be
within reason,
if you're going to be white supremacist, we're not going to take you. Unlike Elon Musk, who's like, well, we can't be fair and balanced about how can you be fair and balanced about white supremacy?
Exactly.
No, it's like sorry, no, it's not something that is a valid form of discourse.
I feel the same way. It's just this whole free speech absolutist. It's infantilism. It's
thank you.
Yeah,
and,
it's
and
really.
We don't believe in that. We look. We all. And the other thing is the algorithm. I keep talking about that because that's very important. Like YouTube likes to blacklist your site if you're a political gal like you are, Tara, and they will like slow your feed down and not push it out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're the opposite of that. If you're streaming and you're doing well, we want to promote you, because to us that means more users and more interaction. And what we're about is the interaction and not the data and the advertising.
Mm-hmm.
That comes second because of our model that we built, where our company actually pays for the service to be on. So we're not reliant on an advertiser. We're reliant on the user participating in the network.
Right.
To
So
a lot of money.
if I sign up right now and it says username, what would I put my username?
My
real name?
You could put your real name. You could put Tarabuster. You could put whatever your heart's desire. Because we have millions available. And by the way, signing up right now, you could actually pick the user. Unlike Twitter, where you might have to type in 172568 Tara Genius, you could just say Tara Genius, and that could be your username. So you could have a plethora of choice, where an older system like Twitter you might not be able to get. Oh, and one very good thing. We don't just blue check verify anyone. Okay, you don't pay $8 and get a blue check with our system.
Oh yeah, right.
So you're not gonna, because to me, being verified is going to somebody that you know and that you have a relationship with. Like either, like Tara, if you requested to be verified, you'd get verified because I know who you are, and you're an influencer. But if the average person just did, they would have to show performance on the service to be able to be verified. And it's just not any Tom, Dick, or Harry just getting a blue check mark. It would be something a little bit more special than that.
All right, well, this is great, and I will sign up and if I can, we'll see next week. I'll stream the show on Accurate Message. Yeah,
that would be great. And we also, for the technical savvy, we have it where you can use any streaming software to stream through our service, or just through your browser.
Right.
If you're not technical savvy.
Well,
so
I mean,
we made it really convenient.
That's good. I got to try it out, but I think I think other people should, and hopefully it'll catch on.
Now, I can't promise to walk everybody through it like I can Tara, but if you reach out to me who is on the site, I'd be more than happy to try and walk you through it, what we can. But it's really I'm one of those people who learn by doing,
right?
So I suggest that for everybody too, and the familiarity part of it, I think it's going to be the best part for everyone.
Right. I'm just I will sign up. I went to the site and then it said to register, and I'm looking at it. It looks nice. Yeah. I'm like, but who are these three bitches? Who are these pictures here? I'm just kidding. There's a picture of three women, excuse me, standing around drinking, and they're all talking and in front of a donut sign. Who are these people? I'm just kidding. It's obviously stock photos.
Yes.
That's fine. No, I'm only kidding.
Yes.
If they're on there, I'm going on. That's all I have to say. You know what I mean? They're kind of, attractive to me. They're like my type.
Even stock photos can be attractive.
I'm just kidding. Right. Very, very true. Very true. But anyway, what else is going on? I mean, we can't really do the whole show as a ad for Accurate Message. But yeah, I'm just saying, I will stream the show. I'm going to sign up, and I will stream the show from there.
You could
next
be our guinea
week.
pig on that. because I'm trying to get Ron to use it as well on a couple
Well, I
other
mean, I'm
streams.
going to stream other places too, as I
Sure.
always do, but
Of
I'll
course.
add it to the repertoire.
That would be
And
wonderful.
yeah, and then we'll, take it from there. Who knows? I mean, it is, I think, obviously you have a lot of competition, and
Yes.
it is a good time to get in, I believe, because there's so much chaos happening, and I think people are looking for alternatives.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, you just got to get enough people to go on there
Yes.
for there to be. That's why people go on Twitter. It's because everybody's there. You
Yeah.
know. It's so.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I can't promise that. Like,
Right.
Elon Musk paid $44 billion for the very
Exactly.
reason you're talking about, because there are
Yeah.
billions of users, and even the Ayatollah is on
Exactly.
Twitter.
That's what I'm
and by
saying,
the way,
yeah.
Ayatollah, sorry, you'll never be on Accurate Message. So,
Well,
just
you never
saying.
know. Yeah. What if he signed up? You wouldn't kick him
No,
out
I
of bed?
would.
I'm just
I
kidding.
think I would. I think
Maybe.
I
No, I know
I-
he wouldn't.
you
Whatever.
know, well, it's owned by a gay, so I don't think he
Right,
would.
that's true. They're very crafty. They don't care when it comes down to it. It's just they'll, as long as you can do something for them, and
Yeah.
But anyway, yes,
But no, and not even going to talk about my service. What I've seen happening in social media, right, where these platforms, like you said, make things so chaotic with how they change what they're going to do. Like PayPal has different rules for payment services, and I don't know. Let's see, Twitter, you can 1 minute buy a verified.
oh
for
yeah,
$8.
that's.
I mean,
and
it's
everybody knew that was gonna be.
it's
suck.
ridiculous.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you need. Let's face it. You need a crystal clear message that is going to resonate, and if you go to somebody else's place or not, you got to be comfortable where you're at, right? To go forward, and I think to do that well will succeed. But for even Twitter to succeed, it's not about going harder or whatever. It's about like providing a platform where everybody can feel comfortable to be on and want to stay on.
Yeah, you just got to be
Otherwise-
providing a service too, though. It does. If you're, you just got to get people to go on there. If they could do everything through your site, that's a very good thing. If you go on Zoom or whatever meetings, and why pop around all different places?
Yeah,
But,
exactly, and that's why we have so much. But again, it doesn't matter really in the long run whether you choose me or Twitter or Facebook, because if you're trying to get your message across and go to people, you're going to want to go to people you trust, like
Right.
yourself or Tom Hartman.
Yes.
or-
Hold on a
or-
second, Tom. We got the music again. This
Yep.
is Tara Devlin talking to Thomas Reynolds. Be right back. All right, we're back. So, anyway, let's wrap this up because I'm just saying we can't do the whole show as accurate message.
I did have one thing I wanted to say about what's going on with the Republicans winning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we told you so. We told you that if the Republicans won, they're going to do investigation after investigation.
Oh, yeah,
They're
exactly.
going to not do anything for you, and they're going to try very hard to get Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or whoever it is on the Democratic
It's gonna be a
side
shit
not
show.
reelected. And people like Tara Devlin gave the right message about not giving them the power. But unfortunately, there was enough bullshit out there where it didn't get heard, and that really aggravates me and motivates me. So I
Yes.
hope it's other people too.
Oh yeah, well, it's just really disappointing that there's so many people that I guess vote. I don't understand. Well, how do you vote for this clown show, this clown car of traitors who do nothing? They do nothing for you. But the fact is, people don't realize that, I think. And there's a lot of, because of the propaganda, and there's a lot of, dummies, but then there are a lot of racists. That's what really, And there are a lot of, I guess, overworked people who don't pay attention.
Yeah.
And, but that's all by design, too.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that working harder means getting a Republican Congress that is going to just
I know.
Feed the rich.
It's just sickening. Well, all this, since Joe Biden got elected, the constant drumbeat of he's got the lowest approval rating since, whatever approval ratings.
Yep.
And it on and on and on all the time, this incessant repetition of these fucking polls, which you're not offering anything. You're not doing it. You're not contributing to the conversation. All you're doing is you're adding this phony ass poll, and what it does is it's this is how this is what, in my opinion, Joe Biden has a lower approval rating, because they're not talking about what he's doing. They're talking about he has a low fucking approval rating.
No,
so why
right.
don't you talk about what he is doing? But when you tell people what the infrastructure bill and Build Back Better and all that, they like it. They like that Infrastructure Week is no longer a punchline. And
by the way, not to mention, to add to that, Joe Biden right now, it's open enrollment, by the way, for healthcare and Medicare. And they are actually, thanks to Joe Biden, funding the advertising.
Right.
So
that's
you
right.
can sign up for healthcare.
Right.
Don't have
right.
to. Donald Trump didn't do that.
That's right.
But because people are smart, usually, they signed up anyway.
Right.
Biden, on the other
much
hand,
to the Trump administration's dismay. Yeah, they didn't. That's right. I remember that they didn't do any advertising, and yet the enrollment actually went up. So
and now look at the better plan and the good that Joe Biden is doing in getting people signed up for the right product, which sucks that it's a product.
I know,
but it is what it is, and they are doing their best to improve upon what it is.
Yeah,
and
that's what you got to do.
That should be by all progressives, whether you're for Medicare for all or not, and I am, celebrated, because you want more people covered. Yeah. You desperately need, because then the costs go down.
Of course. Well, that's why the Republicans, this is what they do. This is what they do. They knocked the ACA out from under, by its knees, or whatever that saying is, by eliminating the mandate, right? Oh, I don't like this mandate. But that was the fucking Republican plan for years. That was Nixon's plan. That's what Obama did. He just regurgitated Republican. Yeah, he regurgitated Republican ideas, and then, because of the caucus room conspiracy, where the Republicans vowed to do absolutely nothing and to commit legislative constipation to stop the Obama presidency, to try to make him a one-term president, even though the country was hemorrhaging 750,000 jobs a month, and we were on the verge of a second Republican Great Depression in 100 years. It's like this. But they had this conspiracy to do nothing, and and it worked for a while. They did nothing, but they that's what they do, though, because they always do nothing. And now we see what's happening now that they're taking over the House. Let
me just edit that a little bit, Tara, if you don't mind. Republicans always do nothing but steal from the poor to give to the rich.
That's it. Yeah,
that's what Republicans
That's all they got.
do.
That's all they got. That's the plan, because ultimately the plan is to destroy democracy.
Yes.
So, and you
And get
can't.
rich doing it.
Well, yeah. Well, you can't have a democracy with this kind of concentrated wealth and upward immobility. So that's why they want to make it the gap between the rich and poor wider, and they have effectively through the propaganda channels that they own. Thanks to the Communications Act, thanks to the Telecommunications Act, thank you, Bill Clinton, they continue to basically, lie and stir up fear and division and get people to, vote for their own demise.
Amen.
It's really it's disgusting, and I'm sick of it, but. We have 2 more years now. See, the only good thing about them in the House is that the clown show is going to be so obvious and evident, and but people are like, okay.
Can I just say one thing about that? Mm-hmm. Really quick, and then I'm going to let you go. But I think it's really important. Reverend Warnock needs to win. So if you have pennies,
yes,
Accurate Message is going to be advertising for him through our. I'm going to pay for ads myself and put them up for him, because if he wins,
I know
what happens is the Democratic Party has full control of the Senate. And by the way, that does not mean power sharing with the Republicans.
Right.
So what you need to do is get the message out for Reverend Warnock, whether you like him or not, and you want to
What's
start.
not to like?
It doesn't matter. What matters is keeping control of the Senate to stop any of the crazy Republican House.
Exactly. I mean, we have to basically nullify Kristen Sinema, of course, and give Joe Biden a smooth path to continue to confirm judges for the next 2 years until we get the House majority back and keep the Senate. So, I mean, that's the plan, but I don't know.
Reverend
Hold on, the music again, the music.
Yep.
We'll be right back with Thomas Reynolds, accuratemessage.com. All right. We're back talking to Thomas Reynolds. He's launched a new site called accuratemessage.com, and it has everything you ever wanted out of a social media site. So
and getting there. But like I said, I'm going to put some of my own money in for ads for Reverend Warnock, because I believe that whether you like the Reverend or not, and I do.
What's not? I mean, why do you keep saying that?
Because
whether you like him or not? What's wrong with him?
There's nothing wrong with them.
Exactly.
But there are some progressive friends who go to the extreme of, well, I got to vote for the Green Party or the Blue Party, And I'm talking to those people when I say that, because we need to have an assurance policy for Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And insurance policy for Joe Biden is having Democratic restraints control over the Senate.
Exactly.
And if you lose and you let that idiot Herschel Walker into the Senate for 6 years, not only is he in the Senate, but you have the added benefit of power sharing with Mitch McConnell.
No.
Just put it on. If you hate and want to ditch Mitch, don't give him any
Of course.
power. So
of course.
Reverend Warnock is the best choice in this system where you don't always get the best choice.
He's fine. There's not. I don't know who you're talking about, but whatever. Progressives don't like him.
I'm just trying to convince everybody. Because the siren call needs to be. I don't care whether.
What's wrong with him? There's nothing wrong with him. Just fucking vote. Especially, it's like, you got to understand, he's from Georgia.
The bad way. Maybe my message is inaccurate. But what I'm trying to say is, there is nothing wrong with it. The wrong thing is giving Mitch McConnell any kind of power, sharing or otherwise, because this son of a bitch doesn't like to share.
Fuck him. He's a oh God, he is why Donald Trump, is still walking around. I mean, or give me a break. I mean, everything about Mitch McConnell is, they're all just power hungry, selfish pricks, all of them. So they're not about serving their constituency. I mean, look at Mitch McConnell's district. Look at his state. Go and look at the state of Kentucky. It's like last in all of the positive things and first in all of the negative. But he's living in the lap of luxury. Moscow Mitch. So if he really gave a shit, would he vote against the Affordable Care Act? Would they continuously try to repeal it when when the people of Kentucky are in desperate need of health care? I mean, it's like everything that sucks. They're, I mean, they don't give a shit about their own constituents. I don't understand how anybody votes for them. This is what gets me insane. It is the propaganda, because the Democrats have so vilified on the right wing media. The Democrats as everything but a mother's child. Everything under the sun. They're not your opponents. They're not just your opponents in the political arena who have a different idea of how to best serve their constituents. They're pedophiles. They're grooming. They're groomers. Like, they're everything that is evil. I mean, if you got to go there, and then these people are dumb enough to buy it.
Well, that's the real crime.
Yeah,
that's the real crime, and that's why I am for,
because it's a cult.
That's why I'm for Reverend Warnock and against Mitch McConnell getting any more power. Of
course.
And if you are for Mitch McConnell not getting any more power, then the right thing to do is do everything you can to see that Reverend Warnock gets elected to the Senate again, because he's proven himself with the record that he has already, and that's all you need to do once you get there. And he, we need good Democratic people in there like him, and frankly, the hold your nose to vote for whatever, it shouldn't be a thing anymore, because
you're not even holding your nose. You should be fucking proud of him. He's not. There's nothing wrong with him. I don't understand. This is why. There are still,
unfortunately, I see on my Facebook page and everywhere I go, the establishment Democrats. Well, you know what? I'd take any establishment Democrat, almost, except Kristen Sinema, over a Republican any day. So So it goes back to, why are you even throwing that out there, Tom? Well, is because the argument has to be no more fucking Republicans.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, all right, get out of here. I gotta go.
Talk to you soon, my love, and hello to the nicest chat room on the internet.
Yes, it's the greatest. It is. So if you're missing out, if you're not hanging out at youtube.com/C for channel/Tarabuster on Friday nights at 8:30ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's all I have to say. So, all right, Thomas, congratulations, and I'll be seeing you on accuratemessage.com.
Yeah, and I will too, and be sure to friend me. Don't not do that.
Of course I will. All right.
All right,
all right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. All right. Yeah, he's always up to something, Thomas. Well, I'm gonna join, so hopefully you guys will too. Why not? You never know. I give him a lot of credit for doing things like that. Not sitting on his ass, but actually doing something. The competition is steep, but I think you never know. You never know. You just got to go for it. You just got to try. So sign up for accuratemessage.com. I know I will. And I'll see you on there. Let's build a community. Why the fuck not? Why not? Right? That's how these things start. All right, well, let's see. Going back to, let me look at this here. Oh, we were talking about Lauren banned from the bowling alley, Boebert, and how she's only 500 votes ahead of her opponent in Colorado District number 3. And of course, you know what she did? She went on Twitter and announced her victory. That's another thing. You see, this is what they do. She's like, we won. She put out a tweet. She did not win because the vote count, not all the votes are in. And she's also the slim lead that she has guarantees that there will be a recount. It triggers an automatic recount. But this is what Republicans do. They understand that they have to own the message. So even on her Twitter page, I guess Twitter did this automatically. They have her listed as U.S. House candidate, not as the representative. But when I saw that video, it came up. I don't, because I was telling you I have this problem where all these right wingers come up on my Twitter feed. And I don't ask for it. I tell them I'm not interested in shit like that. But they're always popping on my motherfucking phone. Look, see, we won.
Votes outstanding, which Hey everyone, great news tonight as almost all the votes have finally been tallied. I'm told that there are less than 200 votes outstanding, which makes me so happy to announce we have won this race. With this victory and with Republicans in control of the House of Representatives, we can focus on the issues that actually matter most, including getting inflation under control, increasing our domestic energy supply, securing the southern border, and being a strong check on the White House. Now, over the next couple of weeks, this race will have an automatic recount, which will be completed in early December. My campaign team and our lawyers will definitely make sure everything is conducted properly.
Yes, of course, because it's only improper when we lose, right? She's in that's the Republican way now, you see, because it's the fascist way. And last show we really went on a Kari Lake tour. And so Kari Lake still hasn't conceded, by the way, and she's definitely lost. So I mean, I'm still kind of upset about this Lauren Boebert. Wouldn't it have been great? It was quite a surprise, though, because her district was and is a Trump district, but Trump won by whatever overwhelming majorities, and she also won. Her original race by a wide margin, apparently. Or am I wrong with that? Was she uncontested? I don't know. Whatever it is, it was a lock. They didn't even consider it, going in the Democratic column. And if it's true that she's only won by 500 votes. Now, think about this. The other thing is the amount of votes, it's like 150,000 votes altogether. And, that's like hold on a second. We'll be right back. Come back and hear the end of the sentence. So this is Tara Devlin. Thanks for hanging out. So I saw the votes. Of course, there are more than 150,000 people in Colorado District 3, but I don't know how much more, because this is the thing. The Republicans represent a minority of people. Now, you better believe when AOC runs in this district, there's like 100,000 people in, however many, maybe 2, 3, 4 square miles. There's no comparison. Republicans represent a minority. They receive fewer votes, and they are they have a minority ideology that the majority repeatedly rejects, even when even the Republicans themselves, depending on how you present the Democratic priorities and Democratic policy. I mean, the Republicans now, from the beginning, for example, of Socialist Security, they've fought Socialist Security and they continue to, but they all position themselves as its champion. And we knew that was going to happen. FDR knew it was going to happen. And he warned about the, how he made jokes about Republicans saying, oh, yes, we believe in Social Security. Sure, we believe in help for the unemployed. And yes, we believe in all these things. Just hand them over to us, right? That was a famous, here it is. I think I have that clip, actually, now that I'm saying it. Hold on. I have it, but it's in an RDT Daily meme, but that don't matter. That doesn't matter. Oh, shit. It says I can't play the video. Oh, no. What happened? Video's not playing. That's what happened. Let me see. Maybe this?
Let me warn you, and let me warn the nation against the smooth evasion that says, of course we believe these things. We believe in Social Security. We believe in work for the unemployed. We believe in saving homes. Cross our hearts and hope to die. We believe in all these things. But we do not like the way the present administration is doing them.
That's it.
Just
same
turn
old
them
grift.
over to us.
Yes.
We will do all of them. We will do more of them. We will do them better. And most important of all, the doing of them will not cost anybody anything.
Exactly. Isn't that it's the same old grift. They never changed the grift because they don't really have any ideas at all. They have one idea: make the rich richer and destroy. Well, I guess that goes hand in hand. Destroy pesky democracy once and for all. That's it. It's that's the Republican playbook, as we can see. When Lauren banned from the bowling alley Boebert, we won, even though there's a recount, because they have no class. That's the other thing. They have absolutely no class. Let's now we can address inflation by what? Going on Hunter Biden's laptop tour? Another Hunter Biden tour. And in fact, I was trying to find the clip, but I couldn't find it. But because the Republicans had a press conference and they were like, and I was talking about it earlier, they were like, we're going to investigate Hunter Biden. And they were listing off all of the charges that, they made up, and they sound pretty bad. But it's no indictment. They're just listing charges that they're pulling out of their ass. And then one of the reporters asked about, well, what's your plan for inflation? We've heard you go on about inflation. What's your plan? No one's ever detailed a Republican plan to help ease inflation. And the response was, listen, we're here to talk about Hunter Biden. Let's keep it to Hunter Biden. Could you fucking believe these people? Let's keep it to Hunter Biden. Because now, see, Hunter Biden is the new Benghazi, right? So just like it's all a show for the dupes, for the suckers. And they need to keep that. They need to keep the Fox News soundbite machine fed with fake investigations, and it's all you got to do. It's like they know that they don't have to find anything. There doesn't have to be anything uncovered in the investigation or anything. There doesn't have to be a conclusion. There just has to be an announcement of the investigation. They have to just go through the motions of investigations, right? Like what Twitler did when he tried to use taxpayer money to strong-arm the Ukrainian president into announcing an investigation on Hunter Biden or Joe Biden, his political rivals. So he said, and they detailed it. You know, you don't have to do it. You just have to just announce an investigation. I want you to do something for me, though. That was the term, right? Though. Using our money. And then Republicans, who all of a sudden, this is how we know they're full of shit, and they have no integrity, they have no honor. Now I'm hearing another thing, that the evangelicals are turning on Trump. You know, he's losing a lot of donors, and all over media today there's articles about how the evangelical figures who previously supported Trump are backing off now that he's announced his third bid to squat and stain the White House despite receiving fewer votes. So here's from the Huffington Post. It's written by Ed Maza. Right. Donald Trump can't save America, Mike Evans told the Washington Post. He can't even save himself. Yeah. Trump, and from the Washington Post, the headline is, Trump would act like a little elementary school child, former spiritual advisor says. So now they're all coming out and saying that, you know, he's unfit, and he played us. These evangelicals. You see, it didn't take the coming down an escalator calling a targeted minority group racists. I mean, racist. Calling them rapists. Or it didn't take him saying he liked to grab women by the pussy, because that's, whether they asked for it or not, because he's famous and they let you do it. And so he says, and it didn't take all of the, or calling Nazis very fine people, or, it's all the other offenses, being a traitor, or taking classified documents to Maramoron, where suddenly many of these folders that are labeled classified are empty. Now, where's the contents of these folders? Maybe in Mohammed bin Bonesaw's file cabinet now? I mean, maybe that's why they got $2 billion, right? I know they're investigating Hunter Biden's laptop incessantly. Why don't you investigate how the Ivanka and Jared left the White House with $640 million in the bank, more in the bank, right? Or the buku bucks they got from anti-democratic foreign dictators. Well, anyway, see, it doesn't. What would Jesus say about that? Well, all I know is that if Jesus came back, the Trump evangelicals would crucify him again. And there's no doubt. All right, my name is Tara Devlin. Thank you. This is the end of the Progressive Voices part of the show. Please become a patron if you can on patreon.com/Tara Devlin. And we will win. AccurateMessage.com. All right, I'll see you on there. We're on the right side of history, decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. We stick together, we win. My name is Tara Devlin, and I'll see you soon. All right, we're back. We're back. That's not the end of the show, but that's where, I don't know, Progressive Voices F's off like like Cancun cruise. All right, so let's see. What was I saying? So Evans was a part of a group of evangelicals who met with Trump at the White House and at one point gave him an award. Now he says he's done with Trump. He used us to win the White House. We had to close our mouths and our eyes when he said things that horrified us. I can't do it anymore. You slime bag. You know, what did I say from the beginning? One day, right? Remember, I said, mark these words. One day soon, in the not so distant future, those who supported Trump will only speak of it in shamed whispers. Remember that. It is true. Oh, we're not quite there 100% yet, but we're going there. Everyone, and I mean it. From the traitor Trumpanzee at his latest Nuremberg rally to the grifters and co-conspirators in the halls of power. From that swath, all of them, like the good Germans, who, no, I didn't support Hitler. No, not me. Right? One day, those who support every single Republican, including perjury trader Green, you better believe it. And I thought because they lost, and even though they won the fucking House, but by a slim margin, there was no red wave, but thankfully. But I thought, if this is going to do it, it's not. It won't do it. It won't, because as we know, some of them are still riding the Trump train. That's fine. Let them ride that grifter over a cliff. Hang on tight, fellow grifters. But it's to say now, all of a sudden, you see, if the shoe was on the other foot, right? If anyone who is a normal person, who is an actual spiritual leader and motivated by making the world a better place, they would have abandoned Trump the minute he came down the escalator, calling a targeted minority group rapists. I mean, anyone who's a patriot recoiled from that and recognized it for what it is. And it's fascism. It's part of what they do, to divide and turn the dumbasses against a minority group du jour, the scapegoats in their that they step on as they rise to power. So now that what's it take? It takes them losing. Now, if he won, if these Trump candidates won, frankly, an actual spiritual leader should be more appalled. You see what I mean? But if Trump won, if the Trump candidates won, we wouldn't be hearing these laments at all. They would be full-throatedly cheering him. It takes them getting a case of red ass, losing power. You understand? Not losing, integrity, decency, dignity, democracy, humanity. No. That's not what it takes. It takes them losing power. These people are the hypocrites and the enemies of any decency that Jesus warned us about. Right? He used us to win the White House. We had to close our mouths and our eyes when he said things that horrified us. You did? You had to close your mouths and your eyes? Why? Is that how Jesus taught you? You know, the Son of God who gave his life for your sins? Is that what he taught you? To close your mouth and your eyes when some dirtbag grifter who gives a shit more about money than any human being on the planet, that this greed-centered grifter who does nothing but take, a parasite who sucks on the wounds of the world, who exploits the people constantly. How many, that's all he does. It's all he has ever done is add to the misery on this planet, including in his tacky ass, fake ass businesses. All of them failed, of course. How many people went to his tacky hotels and his casinos that he bankrupted 3 times? It had to be bailed out by his daddy 3 fucking times, right? You bankrupt a casino? But, right there again, he used people, manipulated people, promising them the moon. I mean, it is such a metaphor for him in general. You go to a casino and the lights and the bing, 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 and I might hit it big. All the promises while you're using your socialist security money, in the penny slots, hoping to hit it big. But guess what? The house always wins, right? But that's Trump. You see what I mean? You suckers, knowing that all he's doing is building a better mousetrap for the suckers. But the reason, and we've discussed it before, is that the reason his casinos failed is because, they would have been successful, because how could you fail in a casino? It's like opening a legal, it's like the makers of OxyContin. How could you fail? You could not fail. You're addicting people. It's the same thing with a casino. All he had to do was be a decent businessman, but he sucks at business. You understand? And as I read an article, I think we discussed it on the show, about how the people behind the scenes, how he paid top dollar for everything in the hotel, because he's like, he's like a baby. It's shiny. I want it. So and the article specifically discussed a bunch of chandeliers that he liked. And, you would think you would go, and if you're buying 100 chandeliers, go and do a deal. You're a big deal maker. You don't pay retail for 100 chandeliers, but that's what he did. Because I want it, go get it, do it. That's all the person who wrote the article said all he did was sit around and look at swatches all day, pointing at swatches. I like, give me this golden rug, and here, I like this. Get me 100 of these chandeliers at retail cost. So they overpaid for everything in that hotel, because he sucks at business. He does not know how to make a deal. That's the irony. Well, not even irony. It's the grift, because everything he is a fraud, and he knows it. So the man, his accountant, who was an actual accountant, went over the books before they opened the tacky ass casino that he marketed as the 8th wonder of the world. All right. And it would have been successful, except for the fact that Trump had saddled them with all of this debt because of his horrible business acumen, right? So the accountant ran the numbers and said, look, this casino needs to bring in over $1 million a day in profit, or it's going bankrupt. And that's not going to happen. This casino will be bankrupt in 2 months. That's what the accountant said. And you know what Trump did? He fired the accountant and sued him for slander or libel or something. Of course, the accountant won because he was 100% correct. And then Trump proceeded to bankrupt the casino because it's all about a show. And this is why he had to be put on an allowance by the banks because he wasn't able to repay the loans that I don't know why these people are giving him loans, but which is why he had to run to Russia and get his money. And there you go. Because he couldn't get a legitimate bank loan because he sucks. He sucks. And everything about him. This is the other thing. Why are people voting for him? Why? They know he sucks. They know he's a tacky, gilded age grifter. They know. I don't get it. Okay, and thank you, Jim, for your super chat. What's the mailing address for donations? Does it have to be mailing? Why don't you just... There's like a link. There's a link. I mean, you could mail it to my... I'm loath to give out my address, although some people have it, but... I don't know. There's a PayPal link. Oh, and thank you, Ron Smith, for your super chat. I know I do have a forwarding address. I just don't have it on me. A fake address that comes, it's like a forwarding. Let me see. Tarabuster address. I don't know. I have to find it. It's been a while. It's been a while. All right, whatever. Been around the world. And I can't find my address. I don't know what it is. What is it? Anyway, whatever. PayPal works too. She doesn't use... Oh, so would like to send me a check. Well, maybe you have to come back next week because I have to find it. I have to find my address. I don't have it on me. It's somewhere. It is somewhere. And I don't know. It's too many things to look up at once. I'm only human. I'm only one lesbian here. You know what I'm saying, kid? But thank you. Thank you so much, Suzanne. Come back next week and maybe I'll have the address ready for you. Or somebody can send you my address if they have it privately, but I'm not putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? G's. G. I don't know why. I pay for this fucking thing. I do. I pay for this mailing forwarding address. But I don't have it handy. You know what I mean? Anyway, where were we? Thank you, Suzanne. Hopefully you come back next week. Come back every week. And for those who do electronics, patreon.com/Taradevil, and that helps. We need patrons. All right, and let's see. Yes, where was I saying? Oh yes. Where were we? We were just reading the evangelicals. Oh, so he said he used us to win the White House. We had to close our mouths and eyes when he said things that horrified us. I can't do it anymore. Yeah, now I can't because he lost. Because he's a loser. He wasn't a loser when he was calling Nazis very fine people. He was a winner then, right? I mean, they have a real sick definition of winning. It's Because to me, he's always been a loser. Not just being a loser in the casino business and a loser in everything he's touched, but a loser as a human, a waste of human DNA, absolutely devoid of decency. I don't know if there are, who's worse, really. I mean, they are horrible. Like, people that enable that, who's worse? The narcissist, the sociopath, who's devoid of decency, or the people who know better but support that? How could you do that? You know, we could say everything we can about the Democrats, and we do, but someone like him would never, ever become the Democratic Party standard bearer. They would never put somebody that unfit, unqualified. And the Republicans do it all the time. That's why we will get to a point where they'll just be like, yeah, we're going to, I don't know, here, this eye allergy relief. That's our, we're running eye allergy relief from CVS. That's our, just vote for eye allergy relief bottle as the Republican candidate. And they'll get millions of votes. Right? Or maybe, what else do we got here? Oh, we got, you got the Libertarian candidate. Lens and screen cleaning wipes. We got eye allergy relief for District 17. And cleaning wipes on the Libertarian ticket. That's it. How long till we get there? It's true. They don't. It's put a I don't know. Put a rock. Put a pet rock there. Put an R next to their name. Yeah, yeah. Maybe if the eye allergy relief had a swastika on it, it would get even more votes. Right? What else do I got? Or plastic bottle. Plastic bottle for Senate. That's who they got. That's it. They don't. What does it matter? Put somebody out there. Everybody likes eye allergy relief. Fuck it, right? We can run ads that say like, "Oh, aren't you sick of your Democrats tearing your eyes?" I mean, it doesn't matter. They have no plans. Their plan, it's not about serving the people. Just like I say it all the time, and we have the proof. Madison Cawthorn, if you have integrity, right? And you're still a representative in your district. The people voted for you, but then they were like, F off. But you're an adult. You have integrity. You're halfway decent. You believe in democracy. Do you abandon your constituents? Because there are constituents that still need things. They call your office and it rings. But because you're in fucking Maramoron now. You're out in Maramoron doing what? Your podcast? You promoting your podcast now? Because that's all they do. That's why they have so much time to sit on podcasts. Because they don't do anything. That's why they got no plans. What's the plan? We're going to drum up negative impressions of Joe Biden's family by doing investigations into Hunter Biden again and again, as if Hunter Biden has anything to fucking do with the government, which he does not. But they turn a blind eye to daddy's little greed-centered grifter, right? Daddy's little ghoul getting those Chinese patents, and they talk about, and then they have the balls to talk about Joe Biden. Oh, China Joe making it's like everything is confession to them. It's a projection or a confession. It's incredible. But they literally count on the stupidity of the people who vote for them. They could take that to the bank. Unlike the failed serial bankrupt businesses of their standard bearer, you could take that to the bank. That the dumbasses will continue to vote for them. Because there will always be a certain amount of a certain level of racists, of Nazis, of authoritarian followers. There's that 35%. That's why the Republican Party will always, that's the base. They're not going to, they'll always have that amount of support. And yeah, that's why we do need the independent media, liberal media, a real liberal media. Because, up in the polls, down in the polls, right? Oh, let's see. Robert Jeffries, one of Trump's evangelical advisors during the 2016 campaign and a longtime supporter, said he's not ready to endorse him again. The Republican Party is headed toward a civil war that I have no desire or need to be a part of, he said, adding that he would happily support Trump if he wins the nomination, though. That's not a given, considering Trump's plunging poll numbers among Republican voters. Jeffrey seemed to subtweet Trump on the day of his announcement by urging people to buy Mike Pence's book. God, everything's a grift. Jeffries added on Twitter that he still considers Trump a great friend and our greatest president since Reagan. Really? First of all, we know Reagan sucked, too. He was, talk about another fraud. That's all they have is fraudulent, revisionist history. And we can trace the decline of the American middle class right to his doorstep. But okay, slugs for salt. That's really when I hear an average Joe Republican chanting, Trump 2024, I think of slugs for salt 2024. Yeah. Another evangelical figure who previously endorsed Trump was even more blunt. Washington Times columnist Everett Piper, writing that Trump cost the GOP big in the midterms and could hurt them even more in 2 years. Well, let's hope. From your filthy, greed-centered, rapacious mouth to God's ears. Oh my God. And what else? Let me see. We're running out of time. Literally, figuratively. But yeah. Where's this other thing? Because the other thing I was talking about or wanting to talk about, where is this? Where is it? Oh yeah. The whole thing with Merrick Garland appointing a special counsel. F this. Give me a break. Why? This Merrick the Meek? What the F? Because Trump is now a candidate? He might not have even been a candidate, Merrick, if you were doing your job. If you had, charged him with seditious conspiracy or conspiracy against the United States, like a lot of his co-conspirators, he wouldn't maybe even be a candidate, because we have that provision in the Constitution about not having traitors as in political office and not able to run for political office. But Merrick Garland, now, what? Because these are special circumstances? Trump is a fucking average citizen. He is a private citizen. He's not special, but how many crimes does one scumbag get to commit before the chickens come home to roost? Really? What about anybody heard of Reality Winner? She took one classified document home. One document. And now, oh, look at this. We got fucking porno sites coming on. Thank you, Jim, for taking care of that. But, she took one document home and got 5 years in jail. 5 years. Yeah. He's so special, right? Below average citizens. Haiku. Yeah. I mean, exactly. It's incredible. But then Merrick the Meek comes out with this announcement as if somehow it's going to thwart the Republican wine machine that's gonna cry witch hunt. Well, guess what? They're fucking crying it anyway. They have been crying it. That's why you shut up, you don't listen, and you proceed with the goddamn charges. You indict his ass. You hold him accountable. The worst thing that ever happened to this country, on top of many other worse things, was Ford pardoning Nixon for his crimes. Who are these fucking presidents? They're not kings. They're not kings. But they get treated like kings. They get to pardon people. They get to commit crimes. They get to steal classified documents. They get to do whatever the fuck they want. They get to get rich off of our backs. And then they get a lot of suckers cheering them on. So cry witch hunt. They're going to do it anyway. They've been crying witch hunt. And you know that Merrick Garland, he comes out and gives another press conference. Who cares? Charge him already. And people are speculating, well, he must have something, because if he didn't, he would just dissolve this. Of course he has something. He stole classified documents. He fomented an insurrection. Just like he was impeached, rightfully so, numerous times, except for the Republicans giving him a fucking free pass for being an insurrectionist and using taxpayer money to strong arm an ally into announcing an investigation into a political rival. Now you tell me, if any Democrat had tried doing that, if the Republicans would give him a pass. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of, I don't know, aren't we all sick of it? This con man constantly getting away with his crimes. Oh, it's a witch hunt. And then Merrick Garland is, always playing defense somehow. And if I hear one more time that he has to, dot the I's and cross the T's, and if you come at the king, you better not miss. Well, come at him already. He's gotta really button it up. Well, give me a break. He stole classified documents. How many times, they tried to get these documents. They asked nicely. They knew what he had. He moved these documents again and again. God knows what he's done with them. And of course, it wasn't about, we know what he's done. It's not about oh, looky here. He either sold them or used them to impress his friends, the world's anti-democratic foreign dictators who, guess what, hate his guts, but they know what an easily manipulated basic bitch he is. And they laugh. It's sort of like they laugh at Trump behind his back, like the entire Republican Party in the halls of power laugh at the people they pretend to represent, at the ones who vote for them. They laugh in the halls of power about the morons at the Trumpanzee rallies, at the Nuremberg rallies with the stupid hats. Remember they used to wear the hats with the stupid tea bags hanging down? Now they wear the fucking Trump regalia, made in China, Trump regalia. Oh, this is, you know how much dumbasses they are? Trump always, like, of course, says, oh, made in America. Let's see, made in the Trump merchandise. You know what they did? They just changed the tags. It's all made in China, but they took the made in China tags off and replaced it with made in America. And they were caught, right? Because it doesn't matter. Truth doesn't matter. Only the show for the dumbasses. When I read that, of course, you'll never see that on Fox News. Well, you won't see it on any of the so-called liberal media either, because they're too busy doing a poll about how unpopular Biden is. Yeah, Trump brand fined for using fake made in USA labels. The Utah-based company was first cited by the FTC in May for replacing made in China tags on their clothing. Pro-Donald Trump brand was fined, like I said, for using fake made in USA labels that were imported from other countries. The Utah-based company, Lions Not Sheep, was first cited in May for replacing the tags on clothing with bogus Made in America labels. Stop making bogus USA claims and come clean about foreign production, read the FTC's July statement. Lions Not Sheep is widely known for producing clothing with conservative messages, including apparel with slogans like "Let's Go Brandon" and "Shall not be infringed," referring to the right to bear arms. This is, Lions Not Sheep. Oh, yeah. A free copy of the U.S. Constitution is also shipped with every order. A constitution. Yeah, so they can use it as a prop, right? But when it comes to the Constitution, they just wipe their ass with it. Forget the right to privacy or, equal protection under law. The only they read into it the right to be a selfish prick. That's it. Who gives a shit about nobody but themselves. It's incredible though. But you won't hear this. Why don't they on MSNBC or whatever, instead of doing the 15th story of the half a day about how low Biden's approval ratings are, just do this story for a second. Do another one. Do one just explaining what's in the infrastructure bill or the Build Back Better bill. And how about do one about how many Republicans are taking credit for building projects in their communities that they voted against. That the projects that are only made possible by the bills that they voted against. It's incredible. But they won't. That's why I say, the other thing I wanted to say, we only have a minute though, is that another a Republican is caught colluding with Russia. So, yeah. And here's the music. Yeah, Jesse Brenton convicted of steering Russian money to Trump. Oh, what a coincidence. It's so weird how this Russia hoax keeps on in actual crimes. People go to jail for a hoax. Yeah, oh my God, he was pardoned by Trump for a different finance crime, campaign finance crime, but now he's found guilty of being a traitor. All right. Please become a patron at patreon.com/TaraDevlin. Visit APS Radio News. Support the sponsors. We will win. We stick together. We win. My name is Tara Devlin. I'll see you soon. Had to cut it short there. Yeah. Can you believe it? Let's see. A Republican political strategist was convicted of illegally helping a Russian businessman contribute to Donald Trump's presidential campaign in 2016. Why don't they do this story? I didn't see this story on any of the corporate media that I watched today. I saw a bunch of polls and shit. I saw about how, what's her name? Who's that? Taylor Swift's concert. Ticketmaster had a hard time handling ticket sales. Who cares? I couldn't believe what I was watching. I'm like, this is the news? And they kept repeating this story about how people went on and they tried to get tickets. And this is like a 10-minute story. Who fucking cares? And what else? Oh, yeah, the polls. Somebody was up in the polls and down in the polls. Jesse Benton, age 44, was pardoned by Trump in 2020 for a different campaign finance crime, months before he was indicted again on 6 counts related to facilitating an illegal foreign campaign donation. He was found guilty on Thursday on all 6 counts. Elections reflect the values and priorities and beliefs of American citizens, Assistant U.S. Attorney Michelle Parikh said in her closing argument. Jesse Benton, by his actions, did damage to those principles. Well, that's the Republican Party. Like I said, Kari Lake is still not conceding. The evidence at trial showed that Benton bought $25,000 ticket to a September 2016 Republican National Committee event on behalf of Roman Valisenko, a Russian naval officer turned multi-level marketeer. Well, that's somebody that Trump would really get along with because he's a multi-level marketing failure too. Vasilenko is under investigation in Russia for allegedly running a pyramid scheme. Well, that's how all that matters is if you were successful. Did you successfully siphon money from suckers' pockets into your own? Doesn't matter how you did it. If you could come up with a scam, you can come up with a pyramid scheme or some kind of multi-level marketing scam. The donation got Valisenko a picture with Trump and an entrance to the business roundtable with the future president. Vasilenko connected with Benton through Doug Weed, an evangelical ally of the Bush family, who's probably now like, I just can't do it anymore. He lost. He lost me when I'm so glad I don't have to ever say yes, sir, you're so right, sir, when he's screaming about how Nazis are very fine people. I couldn't just bite my tongue anymore after he lost. Not before, though. not that, I mean, we have different definitions of losing. I think that being a pro-Nazi, America-hating, greed-centered, disgusting pimple on the ass of America is losing. It makes you a loser, but witnesses from the RNC and the firm hired to organize the event said that they weren't told Vasilenko was a Russian citizen. It was sort of like Maria Butina, right? Another spy that slept with all these Republicans and got money from them, and they all loved her, literally and figuratively. She was the honeypot. I mean, they're such jokes, these people. They're like caricatures of a caricature of a monstrosity. Benton argued that he followed the advice of his previous counsel, David Warrington, who has also represented Trump. Warrington testified that Benton contacted him at the time to ask if he could give a ticket to a political fundraiser to a Russian citizen. Warrington said he told Benton there is no prohibition on a Russian citizen receiving a ticket, except, if you use that ticket to mask the illegal campaign contribution, like Trump did with his bribe hotel. That's the Trump Hotel in Washington. There was just a bribe. Is it magnet? No, it's just the center of bribes, where when the Saudis come, instead of taking a room, they take like the 15 floors. And that's what they would do. Maybe one guy there, but you pay for, supposedly, wink, wink, 15 floors of whatever, of hotel rooms. Well, those hotel rooms are also being rented, but, it's just the dumb government. And the 9 most dangerous words are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. So, we won't have to worry about them. We have effectively nullified that threat to our grift. Anyway. Oh, these people. We'll see what happens. All right, and in a few days, we'll see. Maybe by the time we get together again, Kari Lake will have conceded, but I doubt it. She's incredible, too. The other thing, let's just look at one of these. All over the website, on Twitter. Oh, no, I can't. I just went on Twitter. I'm sorry. Look at this shit. Listen.
I've proven to be one of the most honest and innocent people ever in our country. I've proven to be one of the most honest and innocent people ever in our country. I've proven to be one of the most honest and innocent people ever in our country.
Wow. Grandma, why? What the hell? I've proven to be the most honest and innocent people ever in our country. And then you hear the applause? Who is applauding? What's wrong with you people? What is wrong with you? That's why we can't take it, I want you to get health care. I do. I want you to get the help you desperately need. God, or leave. To go to Liberland already. Get the fuck out. Go somewhere where, you'll feel comfortable. Because this multiracial, democratic republic, nation of laws. You hate that. You want like a dumb murderer running around with an assault weapon, killing people. That's tough to you, right? That's tough. Look at this Kari Lake character. She's sharing all of these losers, like their story. I was online, and it was a long line. And I tell you, something is wrong here. Here, look at this bitch.
Explaining my horrible experience. Good morning. My name is Lawrence Santangelo, and I'm explaining my horrible experience at the Anthem polling office. We took about an hour and a half to get in.
Oh my God.
And as we were on the line, there was this woman.
Sounds like he was from
who was
New York.
down the line who already
Staten
voted,
Island.
And she was explaining to us that they're playing games inside, claiming the printers don't work.
Oh my God.
Tabulators aren't working.
It's a conspiracy.
And they want you to put your vote in box 3.
Wow. That's terrible.
And, but she was being followed by a Board of Elections representative.
Oh my God.
Yelling also. Don't believe this woman. Don't believe this woman. Pay no attention to her.
Oh my goodness.
So that raised suspicion right there.
Yes, you're very astute.
Go through the normal check-in procedure. Wait on a very, very long line inside.
Now you know what it's like in Georgia.
It did not take. I reversed it. Did not take.
Oh my God.
Flipped it over. Did not take. Reversed it.
Sounds like your girlfriend.
So they said, we could put it in box 3.
No way.
And it'll be tabulated.
That's what she said.
Downtown. I go, no, we're not. We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
Because my vote will probably go in the garbage.
Yeah, in the garbage. Because, we're treated like we're treated like garbage here. What kind of world is it when a white person can't get better service? What kind of world? I mean, this kind of waiting to vote, that only happens when you got darker pigment. I'm white. My voting experience has never been so outrageous where I had to put it in a box 3. I put it in, I put it up, it didn't take. I put it down, it didn't take. I put it up, I put it to the left, I put it to the right, and then it didn't take. And then they would like, put it over here. And I was like, oh no, my vote, because I love Kari Lake. I believe the lies. I believe that Trump makes America great. I believe that Nazis are very fine people. But, and I bet you're just too woke. Yeah, that box over there, 3, they said, put it over here. And I'm like, that box is too woke. I see what's going on is very suspicious. You know me? You got to go online. You got to learn the truth. You got to see. Why don't you see? You people don't see. You do your own investigation like I did with COVID. I learned everything I needed to learn. I learned it through a meme on Facebook. And I was like, oh, hell no.
Trading as hell. It was not a good experience at all.
It was not a good experience. What kind of world is it when a white man doesn't have a good experience? What is this country coming to? Welcome to Joe Biden's America. No, it was not a good experience. I mean, it's not like I had to wait 6-7 hours like in some of those communities. You know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. Where they wrote laws where you can't even give out water. No. I could get all the water I want. I'm white. But it was not a good experience. Because I put the letter in. I put it up. It didn't go. I put it down. It didn't go. But then...
frustrating as hell.
Oh,
it was not a good experience at all.
I can't imagine. Oh, the humanity.
Let's see what else I could add to this. They blamed the printer. They did blame the printer, but it was probably planned.
Yes, it was planned.
You to leave.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
You
thank
see
very
what
much.
happened to Larry? He put it in, and it
Good morning.
didn't go.
My
He
name is
put
Laurie
it up.
Santangelo.
It didn't go. He put it down, and then he put it in, and it went. It went. Did you hear it? The thing, it finally went. But then it was a plan. It was a plot. A plot to get Larry's vote. Get it out of here. Get him out of here. Larry, we know who you are, Larry. We see you, Larry. We know that you just have that hung dog look of a dupe. So we knew, we woke people. We could tell that you were voting for your own demise. You wanted that Kari Lake bitch. You get carried away on the siren song, on the Vaseline lens. You buy it, hook, line, and sinker. So we were like, this is what we're gonna do with Larry when he gets in here. You just frustrate the hell out of him. Because Larry's used to being like, gimme, and it's right there in front of him, thanks to Socialist Security. Because he's on Socialist Security. So he has a lot of time. He goes to a lot of Trump and Z rallies. He don't have to go out and sell apples on the street corner like the little matchstick girl or something. Those days are over. Thank you, Socialist Security. But then they were going to frustrate him by making him do something once and then twice, and then he had to do it 3 times. Wow. That's the plot. It's just not a good experience. It's not a good experience. So it's got to be rigged. Kari Lake, you're so true.
I'm a Maricopa County voter in LD3. On election day, I went to the Desert Hills Community Church location to vote at about 8:45, 9 in the morning.
Oh my goodness.
It took me a total of 2 hours to
What?
vote. My first ballot, they tried to scan about 8 times. It was rejected every time.
Oh my goodness.
We noted that along the side, the black boxes printed down the side of the ballot were slightly faded, and they said, This looks like the problem. I said, so it's a printer problem. And they said, yes, it's been happening all morning, but we don't know which printer is the problem. They offered me door number 3 and said those ballots would be taken downtown and counted by hand that night. I
Hail
said,
to the
thank you.
no.
I asked if I could spoil my ballot and vote again. So I watched as a woman put X's through my ballot, and she directed me back over to the check-in area.
Oh, geez.
The woman who rechecked me in didn't confirm any.
Oh, yes, because she's in on
ballot. I did cancel my check-in, cancel my vote, and I was able to vote that time. But again, it took me about 2 hours.
You bitch. You dumb bitch. You voted. But it took me 2 hours. It's an outrage that you, a white woman, gotta wait. When others, I remember seeing people with darker pigment online for 8 hours. When, Republican dirty tricks, they take all of the machines from the darker pigment people area and they put it into the white area. So then the darker people pigment area has they got like 2 machines. And then, it's an outrage that when white people get treated so shabbily. Good thing you're in the right party, the professional victim party. Wow. And then I was able to vote that time. I was like, hell no. I will not take this box over here. They said that it was happening all morning. The printers weren't printing properly. They didn't know what printer it was. I guess they weren't woke enough to know. They didn't see it, but I could see because I have special eyes that you only get by consuming nonstop Russian propaganda on Facebook, masquerading as America First memes. Once you consume that lots of times in your eyes, your brain just starts doing stupid things like wearing ugly shirts with, I don't know, what am I wearing? A pink ugly shirt with a star on it. Well, it looks like Mickey Mouse. Some kind of Mickey Mouse contraption. What's this guy's?
At the El Dorado Park Community Center in Scottsdale from 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. I tested the following observations that day during my shift. The day started off with high.
The following observations were 10% of ballots were failing. That's not failing, honey. It was not failing. You got to vote. Do you see? This is what they're saying. They're like, oh, it didn't go in the first time because there was something wrong with the printer. Okay. It's a conspiracy. And then they went in. It went in. Isn't that insane?
Volume of voters and drop-offs without tabulator issues. Between 6 a.m. and 11:30 a.m., we had 460 live voters and 397.
Can you believe this bitch is retweeting this shit? Just adding, you know, you guys understand, you know, arguing by anecdote is the weakest form of argument, and that's why Republicans they employ it incessantly because they got nothing else. Bring it to court, bitch. Bring it to court. But bring this shit. But what she's doing is poisoning the air. You know, like a stench, laying a big stench in the air. The stench of fascism. Under the guise of, I love America. Don't you love it? There are so many easily manipulated dupes here. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. I mean, patriots. Oh, God, we got a lot of work to do. Okay, that was an extra special, extra Tarabuster. We will, we'll get together again during the week. Maybe more than once. I don't know. Maybe we'll see what happens. Sign up for AccurateMessage.com. I'm going to do it. You never know. Maybe it'll be the new place to be. All right, guys. Yes. A haiku. A dozen anecdotal complaints among millions of voters. Wow, it's a huge scandal. Exactly. That's all they got. You know, one guy, it was not a good experience. And she retweets it. Excuse me. Jesus, I just hiccuped. All right. Thank you, Jim, for your super chat and for being a moderator. Thank you, Richard W., for your super chat. Thank you, Ron Smith, for your super chat. And thank you, Haiku, for being a moderator. And for everyone else for hanging out and making it another great show. As I don't know, I keep hearing Richard W. say, and Jonathan, happy birthday to you. Right? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jonathan. Happy birthday to you. All right. Good night. Oh, look at Tara Jr. Hi, honey. Get over. over here. Get over here. Get your cat butt over here. Say goodnight to everybody. Hey, let me see. I know, there's no room for you here. I got my coffee cup here. Let me move that. Happy birthday. Tara Jr., hold on. You sit right here. You put your little cat butt right there. Put your cat butt right there. La 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 la. Junior. Put your cat butt next to the camera. Happy birthday to everybody. Yeah. All right. Guys. Thank you again for hanging out, and we will win. We will win. My name is Tara Devlin. We're on the right side of history. We're on the right side of decency, dignity, and democracy. We stick together. We win. My name is Tara Devlin. Become a patron, patreon.com/Tara Devlin. And I'll see you. I will see you. Where is that? Oh. Very, very, very soon.